Howdy ho, Facebookers. No second. Huh. What is up, fellow Facebookers? So there's literally one wand left in the batch. And I'm going to see if I have my money in my account. Because if I don't have my money in my account, then I can't really do anything about shipping them out. Really. I mean, I can get them tubed up, but yeah. And for that matter, fuck the FDA. The Food and Drug Administration can eat a bag of dicks, as far as I'm concerned. They're called the Food and Drug Administration, therefore their main priority should be concerned with food, the food we eat. But the FDA is so goddamn concerned about flavored cigars. And they could be more focused on, I don't know, the hormones in our food. Like, I'm just saying, Facebook, this is retarded. If they were so concerned about, as soon as I seen the article, it said, well, according to this study, more blacks smoke menthols than whites. And I'm like, oh yeah, so you're trying to ban menthols because it's a health concern. My ass. If you really cared about the healthiness of cigarettes, you'd ban the 4,000 plus chemicals inside of them. You wouldn't go banning just the flavored ones. If you really gave a shit about the health, you'd make the cigarettes biodegradable so that the goddamn cigarette butts were made out of hemp. No, I did not, but that's what's up, Jake. Hell yeah. We got unnecessary hormones in our children's food, which is causing children to enter puberty way too early. Don't be a sheep. Open your eyes to the truth. But instead of being concerned about the unnecessary additives to our food, the goddamn FDA is more concerned about banning menthol cigarettes and banning flavored cigars and banning flavored vape juices. It's so fucking stupid. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, Facebook? The Food and Drug Administration. Now, the third acronym being drug. They are more concerned about flavored cigars than they are the prescription pills that we're taking. When prescription pills cost an arm and a leg and have 20 side effects to one solution. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. You want something to be concerned about? I'd be more concerned about the hormones in our food and the fact that our prescription pills have too many fucking side effects. I'd be more concerned about that. If I was president of the FDA, I would be more concerned about the food we eat and the prescription pills having too many fucking side effects. Talk to your doctor if side effects worsen. But let's look at the real reason why the FDA is banning flavored menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars. It's an attack on, it's a way to pick on the blacks, because as soon as the fucking article said, according to a report, blacks are more likely to smoke menthols and flavored cigars than whites, and I'm just like, there we go. I hate to be like that, but how much do you want to bet? Because if they really gave a shit about the health of people, you know, there's other ways of, you know what I'm saying? This just feels like a fucking way to rip on somebody. Like, this just feels like a fucking way to pick on black people because they smoke menthols. That's all it does. That's what it feels like. Because I'm like, they sat there and said, well, according to health concern, this is why the FDA is trying to ban menthol cigarettes. My Asperger's. If you're really so concerned about the health concerns, you wouldn't ban menthol cigarettes. You'd fucking take the chemicals out of cigarettes. You'd make the cigarette butts out of fucking hemp so they're biodegradable. So I don't think the FDA should have the power to ban flavored tobacco. I think that goes too far. That should be up to Congress, not up to the fucking Food and Drug Administration, whose primary concern should be the food we eat and the drugs we take, pharmaceutical-wise. For example, the quit smoking product known as Chantix. Side effects may include. Let's just play that commercial again for a second. Chantix commercial.
Here is a matching video.
I want to play this video. Hold on a second.
I'm Ray, and I quit smoking with Chantix. In the movies, a lot of times I tend to play the tough guy. But I wasn't tough enough to quit on my own. Not until I tried Chantix.
Chantix Community Support helps you quit smoking.
It reduced my urge to smoke to the point that I could stop.
When you try to quit smoking, with or without Chantix, you may have nicotine withdrawal symptoms. Some people had changes in behavior or thinking, aggression, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, or suicidal thoughts or actions with Chantix. Serious side effects may
Suicidal thoughts with Chantix.
include seizures, new or worse heart or blood vessel problems, sleepwalking, or allergic and skin reactions, which can be life-threatening. Stop Chantix and get help right away if you have any of these.
So it'll help you quit smoking, but it'll give you seizures and tighter blood vessels and thoughts of suicide. And you also experience irritability after quitting Chantix. Fuck Chantix. You don't see the FDA making a stink about that, do you? Fuck no. Like, you're the Food and Drug Administration, and here's a drug that's supposed to help people quit smoking, but it causes seizures and thoughts of suicide. and tighter blood vessel problems. You're the goddamn Food and Drug Administration, but you're more concerned about... And here's another reason. Here's another reason why the Food and Drug Administration is trying to ban menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars and flavored vape juices. Because they don't want kids to smoke. Okay, here's the thing of it. Banning flavored products isn't going to stop kids from smoking. It's just going to piss off the adults who enjoy them, for one. And two, the harder you try to convince kids not to smoke, the more likely they are to do it. The harder you try to tell kids, hey kids, don't smoke, it's bad for you, you know, the more likely they are to try it. Thank you, I would have to agree. Gabriel says, nice stogie, by the way. Yeah, buddy. Swisher Sweets, Blueberry Cigarillo. Let me tell you something, kids. Let me tell you something. You think that just because this is blueberry flavored, that it's going to be smooth? For a cigar, this is pretty smooth, but I guarantee you, if you've never smoked a day in your life, you're going to take a rip of this cigar, you're going to cough your ass off. You're going to be like, why do the adults do this shit? I'm straight up being serious, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's flavored doesn't make it any less harsher. I mean, cigars are freaking harsh, man. I'm just saying. Like the unnecessary GMOs in our food. Why isn't the FDA concerned about that? Because the fucking food industry is paying the FDA a bunch of fucking money to keep quiet about it. That's why. Wake up to the truth, people. Wake up to the fucking truth. The food industry is paying the FDA a shit ton of money to keep their nose out of their business, which allows the food industry to add hormones to our food and to add GMOs to our food that we don't need, that cause worse things. Children are entering puberty way too fucking early as a consequence of this shit. And not only that, but you go to the goddamn grocery store, and groceries are too fucking expensive. It's ridiculous how expensive groceries are. But that's unrelated. It just seems like the FDA is more concerned about pissing off adult smokers and trying to ban kids. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing of it. If you want to convince kids not to smoke, instead of banning the flavors, how about you educate them? You know? Like, seriously, I run the risk of so many cancers by smoking these. Throat cancer, lung cancer, mouth cancer, heart disease. I could end up getting a hole in my throat and be like, hey, my name is God the King Cobra. But it's a risk I'm willing to take. And I'm not really a heavy smoker, to be honest. I mean, I go through a pack of cigarettes in like 2 days. I mean, there's nothing glamorous or cool about smoking. It's just a way to relieve stress. It becomes an addiction, much like soda pop, much like... And that's the thing of it. If you're so concerned about banning flavors, then why not ban cherry Coke? Why not ban vanilla Coke? Because they're flavored and they're encouraging kids to get diabetes. Oh, well, you won't do that, will you? No. 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 Why not ban fast food? Because it's causing people to be fat and unhealthy. Oh, but you won't do that, will you? No. I guarantee you, if the FDA tried to make McDonald's illegal, McDonald's would bribe their way out of that shit. They'd be like, hold on, let me just grease your pocket with our greasy money, and yeah, you know, don't make it. I'm sick of it. Well, Jake, here's the thing. I found that most chicks who don't like cigarettes, they tend to like pipe tobacco. You smoke a sweet-smelling pipe tobacco? Yeah. Jake says, dude, I work with this really hot chick named Delilah at work, but she doesn't like smokers. Do you think if I smoke something more fruit-flavored, she'd dig me? Well, my advice on that would be to smoke some pipe tobacco that smells really good. Get yourself a pipe and some pipe tobacco and a pipe tool and a lighter, of course. And smoke a pipe tobacco that smells really good. Yeah. Let's see how the progress of this is coming. Here's an article from Money Watch.
I'm not made for this. That's Jake's worry monster. I was thrilled when he had his health scare, but now he runs and drinks palm, and nothing I say makes him worry anymore. Watch. Jake, don't run too hard. You're gonna chafe. You'll chafe. Cripes, is that my pulse?
Story we are following tonight. The Food and Drug Administration said today it will seek a nationwide ban on menthol cigarettes. It also plans to put new restrictions on flavored e-cigarettes. 38 million Americans still smoke. Dr. John LaPuca has more on the FDA's plan.
Today's announcement is the first time the agency has proposed a complete ban on menthol-flavored cigarettes and cigars. About a third of adult smokers and more than half of all youth smokers use menthol cigarettes. Among African-American youths who smoke, it's 70%. I spoke to FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb just after the announcement.
Why take aim at menthol?
Menthol is one of the primary vehicles by which kids are initiating on tobacco, in large part because the menthol flavor, the mentholated cigarette itself, masks some of the undesirable.
Oh my fucking God. Let me tell you something. Let me fucking tell you something. Okay? Menthol cigarettes are not making kids want to smoke. I'll tell you what makes kids want to smoke. Watching adults smoke. Huh.
Features of smoking.
The number of youth cigarette smokers has declined in the last 20 years, but an almost 80% jump in e-cigarette use by youth in the past year prompted the FDA to restrict those today too, announcing fruity-flavored e-cigarettes can only be sold in stores with restricted areas. It also will mandate stricter age verification for online sales.
I don't want these products to be sold to kids. I hope they are recognizing that this not only represents.
Well, I don't want these products sold to kids either, God damn it. You know what? If you're a kid, you shouldn't be smoking. I know I'm a hypocrite for saying it. Okay, kids should not be smoking. Wait till you're old enough, dude.
It's an existential business risk to these products, but also a significant public health risk.
Existential business risk. Them's fighting words.
We're going to have to continue to take regulatory actions to make sure these products don't get into the hands of kids.
You know, Jeff, I reached out to several tobacco companies today, and they told us that the science does not support the banning of menthol. So I asked Dr. Gottlieb what he thought about that, and he said, well, the science also doesn't tell us why menthol should be in cigarettes in the first place.
Not surprising the big companies would be against this. If these restrictions are put in place, though, we're looking at potentially 1 to 2 years before it happens.
Right, not clear, but probably.
Okay, Dr. John LeBook, thanks.
Tag.
Well, 1 to 2 years. How many fucking times do I have to say it? If you want a Cobra Craft wand, these trolls are so fucking jealous. What is up? Okay, stop going to CobraCraftWands.com. You know that's not my fucking URL. If it doesn't have Etsy in between the link, then it's not my fucking wand store. Seriously, people. Seriously. I get so... People are, oh, I want to buy your wands, but I keep going to Cobra Craft. Well, why do you keep going to that website? When you know how many times have I said that's not my URL? Okay, taking my store name and redirecting it to fuck with me. You know, I'm not going to react to it, dude. Yeah. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.